the Ecodan unit running in heating or hot water, so normal operation. So I'm going to start off with the compressor. So the refrigerant's coming off the top of that compressor. There's my discharge pipework, and that's being measured there on TH4. And that nice hot vapour heads off from there, so it's nice and warm, and it leaves from there. First thing it comes up to there is a muffler, and there's still nice hot vapour. It's going to pass my high pressure sensor, so that's a pressure transducer, and it's going to pass my high pressure switch, so that's going to be my safety, so it's measuring what's going on with that refrigerant. There's my discharge pipework. It's going to go from there up to my reversing valve. It heads in through the top of there. There's no time this is actuated, so that feels nice and hot to the touch on that solenoid. And we're going to send that hot vapour from there, we're going to send that on that leg there. Again, nice and warm still. And it's going to pass from there onto the actual plate heat exchanger. Got nice hot vapour passing into that plate heat exchanger. We're going to transfer the energy from that refrigerant off to the water. So that by the time we get to this point here, that refrigerant comes back still warm, but it's all a liquid. There's that liquid refrigerant passing from the plate, passing past the mister there, so we can measure it, past the filter, and then we come up to this little valve here. So this is to control the level of liquid refrigerant inside the liquid receiver. The liquid receiver down here. So a nice pool of liquid refrigerant inside of here, and then we're going to draw off that liquid refrigerant from the back of there. So now drawing off liquid refrigerant from that liquid receiver, past this valve here, and this is actually doing the expansion work. So this is actually taking that refrigerant from being a high pressure to being a low pressure. So you'll feel on the other side there significant temperature difference between that side and that side. That refrigerant passing from there back and towards the coil. So a mix of liquid and vapour passing from that pipework onto the manifold and loading up that coil. As the refrigerant passes through that coil, it's all going to go from being a mix of liquid and vapour to all being a vapour as we steal energy from the air around the unit. Got a fan here drawing the air across that coil, and that fan's going to be ramping itself up and down to suit the requirements for that coil to make sure it's all gone from being a liquid to all being a vapour, but thereby stealing that energy from the air around the unit. There's my refrigerant pipework coming back from the coil. That's nice and cold, below the ambient temperature. Comes into that reversing valve, passes through the little U piece inside there. From there, passes back down, back into the compressor, and we start all over again. Take it from being a low pressure, back up to being a nice high pressure.